How's it going, everybody? So I wanted to just make a video, play some Clash Royale, and talk about what I really think about the heroes and the information that has kind of been, I guess, released already and what we know so far. So, of course, we have the two, I guess, teasers. They're already out. They're not even teasers. It's just the gameplay. Like, every creator that has the ability to can make gameplay on this stuff. Oh, yeah, also, I should probably mention I'm not, I don't have access to that yet, or I would, of course, be making videos on it for y'all. I would love to, but I think it takes a few months once you get into the creator program, or maybe a month or two, to have access to that, just in case. I don't even know, like, they're being safe with it, which is understandable. I think that's how it is for most people, at least. But I'm just gonna go for the fire spirit like this log down, though. But yeah, what I'm thinking right here is basically we have the knight, right, which just got kind of, I guess, announced yesterday, and then we had the musketeer that got announced today, in terms of what it really does, and you can showcase all the interactions and whatnot. And I genuinely thought before, all this stuff came out, like, I was like, okay, maybe the knight will be the best, in my opinion. I think the musketeer could definitely have a run for its money. Like, that, just witnessing the card and the value that it gets. I saw that one clip they posted, where it killed a lava hound, a balloon, and something else behind, and I didn't even realize until I looked at the musketeer, like the clips of it, that the turret shoots air. It shoots air and ground, and it does crazy high DPS at a short, really fast fire speed. So I was just shocked as to how this card got even in the game. Like, that's honestly probably a little bit stronger than the knight. But to be fair, the ability is 3 elixir for that, right? The turret. So I think that might be the reasoning. I'm not 100% sure on as to why it's that broken, though. Like, I get it's 3 elixir. It's the same as a cannon, same as a tombstone. Man, imagine using a normal cannon. You don't even need to use a normal cannon, because you can just use musketeer with the evo cannon, is what a lot of people are saying. Or not the evo cannon, the hero, musketeer hero with its cannon turret, whatever the frick you want to call it. It's basically just a cannon on steroids, because it shoots, I think, even faster, and it also hits air, right? So I think that's a little bit ridiculous, but whatever. I was just witnessing the gameplay, and I was like, whoa. That is something I just couldn't even fathom, how it's getting past the what's it even called, the development stage, without getting nerfed immediately. Like, what? I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy, but that looked way, way, way too strong to me. This guy's not really enjoying my deck. Oh yeah, do you guys like my deck, by the way? I just made it, like, literally a little bit ago, and started playing some games with it. This guy clearly enjoys it, probably a ton, because he has Cannoneer, and I have all the freaking Swarm cards of all time. But yeah, first game, first W. I think that Musketeer hero might actually be better than Knight, which is something I really thought I would never say, because I thought the hero Knight was literally the most broken one by far. Now, the card with the coolest mechanic, in my opinion, I guess you could say Knight, but honestly, that thing needs a nerf so bad. I don't even know what to say about that card. I would say the Giant is the coolest mechanic, because apparently it can slap the, slap something other lane. If it's like a P.E.K.K.A.'s on top of it, I believe the gameplay is being released tomorrow or the next day for that. I'm assuming they're just going in order of how they announced them or something. But just going to cycle my log on top of this Dark Prince right here. I think that I just think that the idea of these heroes is so funny to me, because I don't get why they're not champions, and I don't think anyone gets it. Like, they are a little different, I guess. Maybe the abilities are just slightly more broken, because, I mean, a Gold Knight ability is pretty broken, but, this ability is pretty darn nasty as well. I'm confused as to what they're doing here with all this this update, but I think we're in a little bit of a bad situation right here. I'm gonna go Dark Omen actually on that baby dragon. Hold on, we can maybe win the game right here if I'm smart. Let me pop my ability like this. Yeah, in my opinion, if I had to make a power ranking from what I've seen so far, I would say, honestly, I can't decide between 1 and 2. Musketeer and Knight are so, like, close together in terms of they're both extremely broken. I would definitely say Mini P.E.K.K.A. is probably 4th, but honestly, Giant's not that, not that good. For example, if you're facing an Inferno Tower, it just still counters it, right? I don't know. It's a Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A. It's kind of hard to rank these heroes, because we haven't seen enough of gameplay and had time to test them, but I'll definitely, I guess, rank them whenever they come out more. But I would say for now, this could definitely change, that I would put Giant probably last, even though Mini P.E.K.K.A. is nothing really special, just levels up. Like, kind of a lame mechanic, in my opinion. It's just like the Chef Tower on crack. But I would say Giant's last, though, in my opinion, and then I would go for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. right after that. And I would say, honestly, Musketeer is still second, and Knight's first in terms of brokenness, just because the Knight ability is 1 elixir. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to change that to 2. I would assume that's probably one of the best ways to nerf it. I really hope they don't release the card when its ability is 1 elixir. Hold on, I gotta lock in here. This is gonna be a close game. Let's go Evo Barrel on top of that. Holy smokes, that Dark Prince was moving at the speed of light, by the way. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna go log down down on top of those Eagle and Blobs, and honestly, this is gonna be a hard push to defend if he goes in again. Defensive Expo is probably the right play right here. It's gonna be a little bit annoying for him. He does go for the Monk. There's only 30 seconds, so I feel like that Monk in the back is not actually going to be useful because I can just kind of kite it back with the Skeleton King and just buy time and, you know, just stall, I guess, is the main thing that we're doing right here. So I'm going to go Skarmy on top of that. He's going to probably Rage. Barbell comes down. Okay, but does he even have Rage? I think he has Tornado now instead of Rage in his deck. Yeah, he does. So we're chilling right here. Only 8 seconds. There's no way he breaks through in this amount of time. I can just go for a log to be 100% safe right here, and that is going to be GG. Another nice win right there against Stinky Cheese. I was reading a lot of your comments and feedback and also listening to other people's, you know, opinions and whatnot on this heroic update, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of you said that it sucks the most. You know, obviously this update kind of sucks, right? But it sucks the most for free-to-play players and stuff because you pretty much are at an automatic disadvantage, and you're also forced to only play specific archetypes that can fit these cards in. I think that's a very valid point and way to look at it. So I don't know. I agree with that statement for sure. I'm going to go for Skelly King the back like this. I think that the main problem, I think Riley even said this, was that you kind of do the same thing that you did with Evos, where you release these cards, and yeah, these couple cards are so broken, but what about, you know, everything else? Like, do you just have to have 2 out of the 4 of these cards in your deck? Even Champions, I mean, if you want to look at it, I think the Musketeer and the Knight, the usage rate is going to be, like, assuming everybody has the card, right, and the whole game, I would say the usage rate is probably going to be 80%. I know a lot of people aren't going to buy it, and that's completely valid. I respect it. Of course, I'm going to have, well, I kind of have to for video purposes. I would prefer not to, but that is how they get you, right? They make something that's so broken that you kind of have no choice if you want to compete. Like, I had a friend that said he doesn't even, you know, want to play ladder because I'm not going to spend all this money and then just have to run into this card every game. If I don't have it, I'm not going to have a chance to win, basically is what he was saying, and I was like, yeah, that's fair. Okay, I thought he was going to Dark Goblin right there. I kind of sold with that because now he's just going to pop the ability probably here and defend that. He goes Goblin Gang. Ooh, I got like no elixir. I should probably focus up here. But I forgot what I was yapping about. So yeah, I lose my train of thoughts so quickly. Yeah, I just think the overall, what's the right way to word it? The overall take on the update is at least 98% positive, which, or I mean negative, of course, not positive, which is something I've never seen before. Even like level 16, there was a couple reasons why it could be good for free-to-play players. I would say level 15 is definitely the closest it's been to this one right here, because there was literally no reason, and Elite Wild cards were just like a cash grab, right? And just force you to buy them. Pretty much that's how it was if you wanted to have max cards. Right away. It's kind of similar in this update. Also, I think level 16 is dropping tonight, literally, like in a few hours after I upload this video, so that's going to be interesting to see how this goes. But I don't think it really matters because, of course, the ranked, you know, mode isn't going to be changed to level 16, at least for a bit, 6 months or something. Not that that matters. Literally, it's so far in the, like, shadows right now because of what's happening in the game with this heroic update that I don't even remember about level 16. Like, I completely forgot it was even happening today until recently. But I just think that we're going to have some very, very interesting talks soon about what happened to Clash Royale. Like, why is everyone so down on the game recently? And I think this is going to stem something that probably they should have stayed away from, and that is a lot of negativity around the game. Well, it already has been doing that, but once it's actually in the game, there's no real way to tell if it's going to be, like, game-breaking, but, like, you got to trust me on this, it's going to ruin the game. We've seen cards like Prime Goblin Machine when it got released just absolutely have, what, 80% usage or something? I believe there was the Witch that had really high usage. There's a lot of things that have had high usage, but I genuinely think that these cards, if I'm saying this as if everyone's going to have access to them without spending an insane amount of money. But I think that it is going to literally break the usage rate scale and have at least 90%. I mean, Champions sure are good. They are really good, obviously. They got a little bit less important, I guess, with 3-card cycle being deleted. And I think this was an interesting take. I saw Mohamed Light say it, and I was like, oh yeah, they actually did remove 3-card cycle for their own benefit. I thought they actually removed it because it was bad for the game. No. That was one of the things I genuinely was sad about. Like, I thought they actually removed 3-card cycle because it was bad for the game. Silly me, guys. Silly me, silly me, silly me. I believed in them, and they baited me. But no, I thought that was a little bit funny, like, thinking about that now, how it was actually for their benefit in the long run, not for the benefit of the community's like distaste for 3-card cycle. The majority didn't like it. I definitely was on the side of not liking it because it was just way too OP. But yeah, it's interesting now how they've added. Oh yeah, they also said they're not going to add a third evolution slot. Then they dropped this, where you can have 4 special cards, I guess, if you want to call them that, in your deck. It boggles my mind sometimes witnessing, just this company and the decisions they make. But I'm going to go for the Skeleton Barrel evolution at the bridge right here. I just think it's interesting. I'm really excited to see how this pans out. And I'm here no matter what. So, I'm not going anywhere, but I'm scared that some people might, if that makes sense. I'm going to go for my... What do we do here? We actually already took his tower, which is kind of nice. I guess I could just defensive expo because I have Evo Skarmy. It actually might be really hard to defend against his push right here because I don't have a good way to kill his support cards. So I'm going to go for the Fire Spirit, try and get a Dart Goblin down and get back around to another one, potentially. There's the Baby Drag. Okay. Let's go Skelly King like this, and then... Oh, wait, that actually kind of sort of worked. Wait, don't die. No. Oh, that's really bad. Hold on. I might have sold the game right there. Okay. I think we're all right if I can cycle back around. I'm going to go Dart Goblin. That Baby Dragon should die. Beautiful. I need to save my tower. Wait, what? Those Skelly Drags are going crazy. Now we're good. He's going to Lightning this, but Lightning doesn't take my tower, so I just need to make sure I don't let anything else hit my tower, and we actually should win the game, which is pretty nice. I'm going to go Skeleton Army on top of that Ghost. Oh, kind of a bad placement. It doesn't matter too much right there. But yeah, with, December coming up and everything, the end of the new year, or the end of the year, I was hoping for, like, some lit updates, and... I was hoping for Evo Ice Wizard, but man, I was saddened. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the Butch clip and have a good one. Peace.